before you get started into a business, because there are a lot of ups and downs and downs and downs and ups and downs with every business. So before you do this undertaking, you really want to make sure that this is something that you are ready to do, you're excited to do, right? Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren Kidd. I'm a business strategist for the Busy Mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and scale their online businesses while being present in their kids' lives. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks so much. But if you're new here to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the bell so that you get all the notifications for when we go live on Mondays at 9. New content comes out every Monday, lots to consume. All right. I had a really awesome question this week while I was on one of my strategy calls, and I really wanted to cover it with you guys today. I have a couple of new mamas who are just on the edge of really wanting to start their business, right? But they're just not sure. They're just not sure if this is an undertaking they want. They're just not sure if this is something that they are going to dedicate to, or if this is something they can even do. First and foremost, you can do anything that you set your mind to. So don't forget that. You are amazing. You can do anything. You have children. You can physically do anything. But there are a few things that you want to make sure that you are asking yourself before you get started into a business, because there are a lot of ups and downs and downs and downs and ups and downs with every business. So before you do this undertaking, you really want to make sure that this is something that you are ready to do, you're excited to do, right? So let's talk about the 4 questions that you need to ask yourself before diving into business. The first question that I love to make sure that all mompreneurs that I start working with are asking themselves is, why are you getting started? What is the reason that you want to start? Why is it that you want to start a business? What is behind the reasoning? Is it financially driven? Is it for your kids? Do you want to set a good example? Are you doing it because this is something that you just love to do? Why are you starting your business? Now, there's no right or wrong answer. You just really need to know why you're doing it, because that why is going to continue to drive you throughout your business experience, throughout your entire business. When you're just like, can't, you can always look back on that why and know exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it and what's keeping you moving forward. Number 2, what do you know how to do really, really well? So for a lot of business mamas, business-minded mamas, they're getting into this whole entrepreneurial world and they're just like, but I'm just not sure what I want to do. Well, first and foremost, you are a very unique human being. You know how to do something that so many others wish that they could do, but they don't know how to do it. You have a very unique skill set. You just have to figure out what that is. What is something that you know how to do inside and out? Where sometimes you're talking with your friends or you're talking with your family and you're just like, oh yeah, da, 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 and you see that blank stare go across your face. What is that thing that you know how to do super well, right? I love creating content. I love prepping content. I love making content. I love batching content, which we'll talk about later on in the next few videos. But I love doing that. And it's just something that lights me up. I get very excited. I love helping people with content, because content is a foundation for how you're going to get clients, right? If you don't have good content, you're not speaking exactly to your ideal people, then your message is lost. It might as well just be some gibberish out there on the interwebs, right? That's something that I love doing. And when I talk about content to people, they're just like, uh-huh. So what is it that you know how to do really, really well? What is it that you know how to do that somebody else doesn't do that you could monetize? So that's question number 2. Number 3, will you show up consistently? First, you're going to be like, yeah, absolutely. This is my business. I'm going to show up. Yay. But let me ask you this. On those days where you are just dead tired, coffee is just not doing it, right? You're considering wine and it's only 10 a.m. or beer or whiskey, whatever your preference is. You're considering it and it's only 10 a.m. Are you going to show up for your business on those kind of days? Are you going to show up when you're in one of those really deep downturns in your business? When things look utterly hopeless, are you going to show up? Because those are going to happen. Those days where you've hit that brick wall and you just don't think that you can do it and nobody's listening, or you think nobody's listening, because somebody's always listening. Somebody is always listening. Moms, when I started this business 5 years ago, I had like 3 people in my brand new group that I had no direction for. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just like, somebody told me I needed a Facebook group. So I started a Facebook group, and now we have over 13,000 mamas in there, and our list grows by 500, 600, 700 people every single week. New mamas are joining every single week. I had no idea that that was going to be something that was possible 5 years ago. And I have hit so many brick walls between then and now, but I'm still here and I'm still showing up because this is what I absolutely love to do. First and foremost, I show up because I know that my kid is watching and he knows the value of hard work and he wants to do something of his own one day. And I'm setting that example, and that really lights me up and that really excites me. And I show up because I love helping you discover what it is that you are amazing at, something that you are phenomenal at, and watching you take nothing and make it into something and then have the freedoms in life. I had a chat with a client the other day, and she's like, I took my kids to see, the parks, and we did all of this, and we went shopping and we did this. And she says, never once did I have to go, well, I don't know if we can afford that. Or I don't know, maybe we should just wait. Or, well, let's only get one of those instead of 2. She was like, we just did it up. She said, we spent all of this money and it was phenomenal and it was amazing and it was free. She couldn't have done that 2 years ago. She couldn't have done that 4 years ago when we started working together, but she can do that now without even thinking. They paid off a truck without even thinking. They paid off a minivan without even thinking. They are almost entirely debt-free because she's been hustling, right? So will you show up consistently? Is this something that you want to do day in and day out? Obviously there are exceptions. You want to have a life. We get that. But is this something that you are going to show up actively for and be excited about? And number 4, the biggest question of all the questions that you really want to ask yourself is, if you fail, would you regret it? This one sits a little hard because we don't want to fail, right? We want to just run it into the ground. We want to make it a success. We want to do whatever it takes, right? But the bottom line is, there are occasions where businesses fail. Can you avoid it? Yeah, you can do everything humanly possible to make that not happen. But if you failed, would you regret what you've done? I've been an entrepreneur now for almost 20 years, and I know that sits really hard, but I have for almost 20 years, and not a single one of my entrepreneurial gigs do I regret, with the exception of one. I was an Avon sales rep for a very, 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 very brief period of time. I do regret that. Because I don't really like makeup, because I have a little bit of like eyebrow things, because the lady plucked my eyebrows too thin. And that's it. I don't really like makeup. Makes my face itchy. So I don't know what I had, I didn't have any business being an Avon sales rep. It was painful. I didn't like it. I didn't want to do it. One of my friends did it. She was like, hey, I need you to join my team. So I did it for her. That was the only thing that I ever regretted. Everything else, even though I have moved on from them, not a single second did I regret, right? Some of them have just been stepping stones to what I'm doing today. So you've got to ask yourself, if it fails, which nothing really fails, you don't fail until you just give up, okay? But if you just give up, would you regret the time that you spent doing your business? So before you start a business, ask yourself these 4 questions. Now, they're going to be hard. They're going to be something that's sour to your mouth. You don't want to ask them. That's the reality of the situation. But when it comes to being in business, especially as a mom, you are going to sacrifice a little time here and there, especially during the building stages. Is this something that is worth it to you to make this happen? I know that you can do it. You can do anything. You can absolutely do anything. You're amazing. But is this something that you want to do, right? Why are you starting this? What do you know inside and out? What is it that you can do and you can teach and you can monetize? Number 3, will you show up consistently? Is this something that you are going to show up for, even when your hair is in a messy bun, and then you've got no makeup on and your nails are all torn off and gross, and you have yesterday's t-shirt on and there's probably cereal in your hair, right? Is this something that you're going to show up consistently? If you think I'm joking, you should go join Mommy's on a Mission. The link is below and see some of our lives. Guys, I am not perfect. I'm not perfect by any standard. I say, I pause, I get distracted. If you watch last week's video, you'll see that I was talking about birds outside my house. It was crazy. But is this something that you're going to show up for, right? And number 4, if this fails, are you going to regret it? You're not going to fail. If you really want this, you're not going to fail. And if you have no idea how to start a business, I've got the Mommy's on a Mission Business Builders Bundle. Check it out below. It is something that is going to help you set up a solid foundation for your business. I'm going to teach you exactly how to network. I'm going to teach you how to make all things beautiful and simple in your business in that Business Builders Bundle. If you've already started a business and you're just kind of getting started, right? Maybe you just really want to learn how to put good content out there. I've got a content template below as well. Check both of those out. I promise you, you can do this. You're going to be phenomenal. You're going to be amazing. But make sure that when you are just starting out in your business, you are asking yourself these hard questions so that you know that when those dark days happen, you're still going to show up. That you're still going to show up. Guys, you're always welcome to come back to my channel. There's a ton of content for you to consume. Feel free to peruse, come back. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get the notifications. New content comes out every Monday at 9. And I will see you guys right back here next Monday. Bye, guys.